Orthan, how you doing here? Today I want to talk about a storm that's brewing in Florham Park, New Jersey. See, I was going to start off this entire video with how Zach Wilson's not the problem and Zach Wilson can be saved and who could play with that type of offensive line. But then I realized this whole season is about getting Robert Saleh fired. Now you could say that, Robert has his shortcomings. Defenses don't show up at the beginning of games on occasion. He has questionable time management skills. Doesn't always say the right thing. Doesn't always do the right thing. Whatever you want. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's not going to matter. Because at the end of the day, the blame really falls on Joe Douglas. And the blame falls on Nathaniel Hackett. But we'll get to Hackett in a minute. The problem is that Saleh is the one who's going to take the fall, whether it's earned or not. And the reason for this is they can't turn around and clean house. It's not possible. You can't fire the GM, you can't fire the head coach, and the offense coordinator, and the defense coordinator, and the entire staff. And the reason for that is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is bought into what we were selling. Now, if you listen to his initial press conferences and video casts and so on and so forth, he didn't come to the Jets because of Nathaniel Hackett. Then after he got here, he did say that Nathaniel Hackett is a major reason why he decided to come to the Jets. So if you fire the offensive coordinator, then you'll have an upset quarterback. He clashed heads with Mike McCarthy. He clashed heads with Matt LaFleur. I mean, do we really have to go back to his press conferences? Think about it. He's literally complaining about the receivers, and he's complaining about running plays that we shouldn't be, and he's complaining about people not doing their jobs properly. He's complaining about the fact that things aren't on time, and this, that, and the other thing. And it's all about the clock in his head and what he sees and what he can do, and this, that, and the other thing. He likes Nathaniel Hackett because Nathaniel Hackett's offense is built around Aaron Rodgers. And when I say built, Hackett's offense isn't built at all. Hackett's offense isn't built worth a shit. The fact of the matter is the reason why Nathaniel Hackett looks like a genius when he is an offensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers is because Aaron Rodgers calls the plays in the huddle. Hackett sends in a play, and then Rodgers doctors it the way he sees fit. It's very apparent right now when it comes to Zach Wilson. I think it's very telling that when asked how the offense is going to run with Zach Wilson compared to Aaron Rodgers, Hackett literally said, it's very different because we go from, you call one play and 2 plays, and those 2 plays turn into 10 plays with Aaron in the huddle. But now we're back down to 2 plays. You can't actually tailor an offense. The reason why Aaron Rodgers loves to work with Nathaniel Hackett is because Aaron Rodgers gets to do whatever he wants. He calls the plays. He's the one with the brain. It's kind of like when Manning was with the Colts, and then Manning got hurt and the Colts fell off the face of the earth because Peyton Manning did everything. Zach Wilson isn't that guy. Zach Wilson may grow up to someday be that guy. Maybe. Far-fetched, I know. But maybe. But he is not that guy right now. Now, this is what I'm proposing that I see coming. They're going to fire Saleh. And they're going to promote Hackett to head coach. Why, you ask? Because no head coach in their right mind is coming in and taking Hackett as their OC. Especially after looking and seeing what happened with Russell Wilson and then seeing what happened with Zach Wilson. Maybe he's just cursed with guys with the name of Wilson. I don't freaking know. But what I do know is the offense looks like crap. Okay? And Douglas is partially to blame because he didn't fix the offensive line. And yeah, Vera Tucker got hurt again. But you were counting on Becton coming back from injury, and you were counting on Dwayne Brown coming back from injury, which was both your tackle spots. It was poor. It was poor planning. Piss poor planning turns out poor execution. Okay? The kid doesn't have a chance out there because every time he calls hike, someone's up his ass. It's impossible to play quarterback when someone is always up your ass. Oh, he's holding the ball too long. Yeah, he probably is holding the ball a little too long at this point. He's shell-shocked as shit. All he does is get hit. The San Diego game was an embarrassment, an abomination. Miserable. 8 sacks, 8 QB hits, shit ton of pressure. Every time you call hike, someone's already holding your jock. I mean, shit. Nobody could do that. If Aaron was in that game, he'd be getting a new speed bridge on his freaking Achilles. But again, it's on the GM. The offensive coordinator. You ain't firing the offensive coordinator. That boy's here to stay until Aaron Rodgers retires. He's as bad as his father ever was. I froze my ass off in that stadium watching his father run student body left, student body right, throwing on 3rd down. Still not creative. Slightly different than his old man, but not creative. Not creative at all. It's sad to watch. The kid's a mobile quarterback, and you make him standing there in the pocket waiting for receivers not named Garrett Wilson to get open because, they get absolutely no separation whatsoever. And he gets crunched time and time again by defensive ends, defensive tackles. I mean, do we have to go through any of the other game films when we go up against premier speed rushers or any type of premier edge rusher and they just shred our team? You don't leave the tight end in the chip. You don't bother to keep the back in enough. You don't do this. You don't do that. It's the definition of insanity. It's the same damn thing over and over again, expecting a different freaking result. No, Hackett, it's not going to be a different result. It's just not. I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, you threw in a little wrinkle this week. You tried to run hurry-up offense. You tried to run hurry-up offense because the kid plays better when he doesn't have to think. And I get that, and I can respect that. But then you still should have done something. Stop the freaking defensive line. I can't. I just can't. I mean, Billy the Turnstile Turner needs to go back to the damn bench. There has to be somebody who's a better alternative to Billy the Turnstile Turner. Somebody should call Wayne Hunter. Bring him out of retirement. He might actually do a better job. Never thought you'd ever hear that one, huh? My God. But at the end of the day, Jet fans, it ain't going to matter. That son of a bitch is going to be our head coach next year. If not by the end of the season. I don't think it's going to matter what happens. The only thing that could save Robert his job right now is if we are still somehow in the playoff hunt in a couple of weeks when Aaron supposedly comes back and he sprinkles some fairy dust on the offensive line to make them all gel and happy and they decide to freaking block, because otherwise it ain't gonna matter. It just ain't gonna matter. I don't see how it matters. If it doesn't matter, Nathaniel Hackett's gonna be our head coach, and it makes you want to throw the fuck up. Now, just so we're perfectly clear, this is my opinion. I have no sources whatsoever. Just looking at the writing on the wall, seeing how Rodgers is, knowing how much he hypes a packet, and looking at how the season's turning down, not turning up. Let me know your thoughts. Is it crazy? Does it really sound nearly as far-fetched as some might think? I don't know. I'm curious to see how the season turns out. I personally don't hate Robert Saleh. I don't think he's that bad of a coach. The fact that we lost Aaron Rodgers on opening night and somehow managed to get 4-3, which could have been 4-2 even though the Chiefs game was stolen from us, is a testament to how hard the team plays for him. Now, yes, the offense has been terrible. There's no denying that, but the defense plays hard. Those boys have heart, and they play hard for that matter. It'll be a shame to see him go, but it is what it is, I guess. Time will tell. Hopefully we can turn things around. Sunday night versus the Raiders. Just another bad team. You're supposed to beat the bad teams. If you're a good team, you're supposed to beat teams that are beneath you. They need to start with the Raiders. They need to turn the corner. Otherwise, I don't know if that man makes it to Christmas. We'll see. Until next time, have a good one.